Hi everybody, it's Bob Murphy here. I just wanted to make a quick video in response to some of the comments I saw from Americans during the standoff that the police had recently with the second suspect in the Boston terror plot. Specifically, as the suspect was inside that boat in somebody's driveway and the police had him surrounded, a lot of people were saying things like, I don't know why the police are even trying to take this guy alive. They should just blow that boat up. Problem solved. And others were pontificating that this guy doesn't deserve a trial because of the horrible things he had done. Now, these are understandable reactions given the tragedy that happened at the Boston Marathon, but they're very dangerous sentiments. The mark of a free society is that the government cannot just grab people and throw them in prison, let alone kill them, just because the government tells us or the media tells us that these people did something horrible. And people might say, okay, and you're right in general, Murphy. Yeah, the government needs to establish the person's guilt before the government punishes the person. But in this case, clearly the person was guilty. Look at all the stuff we have that we saw on camera. But even here, if the evidence is so overwhelming, then you shouldn't worry about having a trial. The trial will find the person guilty. The function of having trials, and in particular a jury trial, is that there is a check on what the government can do to people. Just because the people who work for the government pick out someone and say, this guy is a bad person, we're going to throw him in jail or we're going to execute him, the government needs to prove its case to people who don't work for the government, namely the peers, as in a trial with a jury of one's peers. So in conclusion, it's very understandable people are worried, they're fretful after the events in Boston, but giving up the rule of law, giving up essential liberties because the government promises us, oh, we'll keep you safe next time, we won't let this happen again if you just give up a little bit more of your liberty, that's not a good idea. We need to realize that there are things that are more important than simply the maintenance of safety, because ultimately people who give up their liberty because they think they're going to get safety in return are going to have neither. Thanks everyone, this has been Bob Murphy.